Hello again, everybody. I'm Steve Farhood. This is Michael Woods. We're here for the Boxing Channel, and we are, as usual, in Gleason's Gym, the most famous gym in the world in Brooklyn, New York. Woodsy, how are you? You look good.
Thank you, pal. Tan and ready to rock and roll.
I don't know about tan, but anyway, our first topic for this Hot Topics edition is Floyd Mayweather. What a surprise, the biggest name in boxing. May 3rd in Las Vegas. He struggled. We're not used to seeing Floyd Mayweather in real fights, but he did beat Marcos Maidana by majority decision. So now the question becomes, who does he fight next? I think the two most likely outcomes, a rematch with Maidana in September, or possibly Amir Khan, who can't fight in September because of Ramadan. He would fight Mayweather in November. Which one interests you more?
Marcos Maidana earned that fight, okay? He earned a rematch. I thought he would win maybe one round, and a lot of other people did too. Let's be honest. Marcos Maidana, I had it 7-3-2 for Floyd.
Two even rounds, Woodsy?
Yeah, sometimes I'm looking down. I'm tweeting. I'm not pretending that I'm omniscient. If I have to flip a coin, I'm not just going to give it to someone. So, listen, Maidana was like a wild bull of the pampas, flailing and crazy and, behind the head shots and everything. Let's see it again. Do I think he can do any better? No, but I want to give him the opportunity. Let's do it in September.
Well, I think regardless of the opponent, the next Floyd Mayweather fight is going to be interesting because suddenly there's a vulnerability about the guy. Whether he fights Maidana again, who knows now what he has to do, or he fights Khan. Personally, I'd rather see the Khan fight. I've been saying for a long time now that Amir Khan has the style, because of his speed and his length, to give Floyd a lot of trouble. But you know what? Maidana, fighting his roughhouse ways, gave Mayweather a lot of trouble as well. So either way, you won't be disappointed if he fights Khan, will you be? Or that's not a fight you want to see?
It is, because I saw that Khan has cemented himself with trainer Virgil Hunter. The style that he fought against Louis Collazo, moving a lot more, fighting so smart. That's as good as I've seen Khan, because he avoids the firefights and he doesn't get that chin tested. So I think Khan does real well against Mayweather, but we're not going to see it till 2015.
Well, we know one thing, Woodsy, for sure. Floyd Mayweather will fight who he wants, when he wants, for as much money as he wants. That we've gotten used to. Hot topic number 2. Woodsy, about a week ago in New York City, you and I were both there. There was a press conference announcing a fight in July 12th to be exact, pay-per-view, Showtime, between probably the two best junior middleweights in the world, Erislandy, Lara, Canelo, Alvarez. Were you surprised that we're getting this matchup? Because I was.
Oscar De La Hoya, the promoter for Golden Boy Promotions, said, you know what? I didn't want Canelo to take this fight, but God bless him for taking it. It's the best fighting the best. Lara's one of these Cuban cuties. On any given night, he can be one of the 5 best fighters on the planet. I fully applaud Canelo for taking this fight.
I do too. It's a fight he didn't have to take. Canelo, the last time out when he fought Angulo, he did very big pay-per-view numbers. I think we're at a point now where Canelo has a fan base that it doesn't matter if he fights Angulo, if he fights Lara, he fights Woodsy, he fights Farhood, he's going to do big pay-per-view numbers. So economically, he didn't have to take this fight. Can Canelo make Lara fight his kind of fight, which I would think in this case he doesn't want to box with Lara, who's a master boxer. He wants to make Lara fight. Can he do that?
The Canelo that I saw against Angulo had really learned from the Floyd Mayweather fight. His confidence level and his ferocity, his fury was at another level. I see him bringing his physicality, his strength edge, and getting the best of Lara. Well,
it's an interesting fight. It was probably made because of Lara's use of social media. He went on the internet and he called Canelo out. Canelo, for lack of better terms, fell for it, and as a result, they're fighting each other. So it's an interesting sign of the time, so to speak. So July 12th in Vegas, a junior middleweight showdown between Canelo and Erislandy Lara. It's a good one. All right, Woodsy, hot topic number 3 is a very, very interesting one. Adrien Broner fought on the May 3rd Mayweather pay-per-view card. He beat Carlos Molina, and afterward, talking to Showtime's Jim Gray, he was Adrien Broner-like. And as a result, the WBC has banned Broner from their ratings and their championship fights until he apologizes. Your take on this?
My take is this is the era of Donald Sterling. Wrong time, wrong place to make that sort of announcement. It's Adrien Broner. He's kind of a knucklehead. He's kind of a buffoon sometimes. Do we want them to be choir boys? They're boxers, okay? As far as 1 to 10, 10 being a horrible act, this was like a 3. To me, it was no big deal, honestly.
couple of ethnic slurs. He knocked the Mexicans. He knocked a couple of other groups. That's Broner for sure. What I find interesting, Woodsy, is that Adrien Broner has done a lot of really weird things. He's shot video of himself on a toilet seat, flushing $20 bills down the toilet. He's made a sex tape that some of us have seen, unfortunately. I don't know that the WBC isn't acting a little bit holier than thou for choosing this moment to ban him. Nor do I know if Adrien Broner really cares.
He hasn't actually come out in the grand apology tour with Anderson Cooper, has he? No, I don't think he cares. As a matter of fact, I think he loves every second of it. Keeps him relevant. At that MGM Grand, I heard people booing him really loud, and guess what? He likes that because you're coming to see him win or lose. It doesn't matter. You care about him. You want to see him get his butt kicked. Adrien Broner loves every second of this.
Well, you're absolutely correct, and anybody who thinks that Broner was changed or humbled by his bad loss to Marcos Maidana last December, I think we know the answer now. The people who hate him more than they've ever hated him. The people who like him more also because he's now come back with a win from that loss to Maidana. So we'll see. So that's it for this edition of Hot Topics, and that was a very hot topic, that last one. This is Michael Woods. I'm Steve Farhood, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Say goodbye, Woodsy.
Bye, Woodsy.